Welcome to another buy or skip video. We are going to be talking about the new makeup releases, about the sneak peeks, about the launches. There's a lot of holiday 2024 going on, and let's just jump right into it. Alright, I made some space for the new releases. I think this is going to be a slightly shorter video when it comes to these new makeup releases. I also decided that there are a few things that I'm not gonna talk about, because how many times can I tell you that I'm not that much into luxury makeup, and we have so many luxury makeup launches. But if there is something specific that you want me to talk about, please let me know. I can still do it next week. We do have some really exciting things though. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, this is not so exciting to me. This is a new holiday release by Benefit Cosmetics. It's a eyeshadow palette and mini blush trio. It kind of seems, as this is described, as kind of like a bundle deal or something like that. So we have an eyeshadow palette with 3 blush shades, and then we have like 3 blush shades in a compact together. So I don't really like eye products together with cheek products. It's just not really my thing. Basically, the only brand that has convinced me of such a product, for some reason, I don't know how they did it, is Catrice with their new Cozy Eye and Face palette. I really like that actually. But this is not gonna be on my wish list. I'm not gonna be buying this. I don't think I've ever tried any Benefit. Is it weird? Then this really got my attention. This is the re-release, the revamping of the Cream Lip Stain by Sephora collection. And I used to have so many of these cream lip stains. It was basically 80% of my lip collection. I had so many of these in like 2016, 2017. I was a huge fan. My sister also. We would always order them together because we could only order them online, so we saved a little bit of shipping. It was our thing back then, and now they have revamped them. I feel like a lot of shades have stayed similar, but we do have a slightly different formula. I'm actually planning to pick one of these up, and I'm actually going on a trip to Prague the coming week. I'm probably gonna be a little bit active like in comments. Usually I'm pretty fast, I think, with responding to comments, but I'm gonna be a little bit less active. And then you know why. But there's gonna be a Sephora there. There's no Sephora here in the Netherlands, but there is a Sephora where I'm going, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm kind of planning, I'm thinking of picking up a few things. Usually when I go to Sephora, I don't for some reason. Like, I'm pretty, like, once I get into a Sephora, like, I'm really excited to go to a Sephora, and then once I'm in there, I'm like so overwhelmed because I'm never in there, and then I don't buy things. If there is something you think I should buy in a Sephora, it is not a US Sephora. Like, there are different brands there, but if there is something you would like to see me try, please let me know if you have any suggestions. But I'm probably gonna pick up at least one of these just to see what the difference is, because I used to love, and I still have like one shade of this in my collection. This was like such a big thing for me back in the day. Then another Adept Cosmetics release. I feel like Adept is releasing quite a bit for an indie brand. I don't feel like it's too overwhelming, but quite a lot is happening. Let me know what you think. Like, do you feel like this is a little too much? I do feel like with some more like expensive indie brands that do a lot of eyeshadow, having like one eyeshadow palette a month, it can feel like a little much. So this is the new, what was the name of this? I don't see the name here. Unity palette. It's a Unity palette, and it's also a cheek palette. And it looks very fall with the murky green and the berry shades. We of course have a lot of shimmers in here. The cheek palette looks interesting, but I also feel like it kind of doesn't feel like it's for one person. Like maybe someone who is like really experimental with a blush, but I would like 3 shades of this, and then the other 3 shades I would never touch, so I would not buy this. I think this looks good. I always basically think that Adept looks good. The palette that got me the closest, that almost convinced me to buy Adept, was the Ardra, Legend of Ardra palette. I didn't buy it in the end because I was already buying so much makeup, and I just don't want to buy too many eyeshadow palettes. Like, my goal for this year was to try a lot of eyeshadow palettes, and I definitely did. Like, I've tried so many palettes already, but you know me, I have to draw the line somewhere, and I feel like Like, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. It's too murky. Even though it's not like super murky, I feel like I could definitely do a lot of looks with this. It doesn't feel like my perfect palette. I'm still gonna hold out. Like, I'm still gonna see if there's something like perfect that's gonna come along, or maybe at some point I will feel like I have space for that. So, it looks beautiful, I'm not gonna buy it. We have some new luster lip oils by Iconic London. This is a brand that I haven't tried a lot from, but for some reason I'm slightly intrigued by a lot of things that they do. It's like always kind of like an almost brand for me, like I'm almost buying it, but it's also kind of like a random brand. I don't know, I have mixed feelings and I'm not gonna pick this up, but I would love to know like the thoughts of the people. I would watch some videos. Then there's a new MAC Cosmetics limited edition. I don't know what the name is of this limited edition, but there's a molten metal highlighter, so like a liquid highlighter, and with some lipsticks. We have a gel liner. I don't really know what to think of this. It looks kind of interesting, but at the same time I'm like, what is this collection even? Like, what is the point of this? What is the theme exactly? How is this even called? We are not seeing a lot of information here. I'm probably not gonna pick this up because I feel like MAC has become very expensive here in the Netherlands, and I am sometimes picking things up like once in a while. I will on a deal. I'm not gonna be buying this. Then Maybelline Mitchell is also doing brows, and I don't even know how I'm gonna show you this because there are like clips, such quick clips in just a like reel, so they don't make it easy on me to like capture what is actually going on. But there's some brows coming from Maybelline Mitchell. It's not really the thing I want to see from him. Personally, I am still waiting on those highlighters to become available somewhere. I really want to try one of the new highlighters. Okay, Cosmic Brushes is coming out with a new palette. I'm assuming like I'm thinking it's one palette. There have been some sneak peeks. Let's see, what was it called again? I think it was the Undergrowth. Yes, it looks green, it looks murky, it looks kind of like fantastical, but like autumn. It's very interesting. The picture that I see here is really beautiful, and I am very intrigued by Cosmic Brushes since I've tried them. I tried their last release with the two palettes, the Cool Trolls and the Neutrals. Loved those palettes, love those palettes. I'm actually wearing the Cool Trolls today. I am excited, but at the same time I'm a little like, this might not be for me because I have some kind of like murky green palettes in my collection, and I feel like what I have is already more than I should have, knowing that this is like the color I don't want to wear. Like, I don't wear murky greens ever. I just think it looks so bad on me. Like, I will experiment with color, but murky greens, I do it for the reviews, but not really for myself. So I really have to see what this color story is before I can decide. I feel like it's gonna be pretty murky, golden greens, dark, moody, so I don't know yet. Celine is coming out with a beauty line. Okay, this is one of the things that I do feel like I have something to say about because it is a new line. I actually think this looks pretty nice, but it also looks like every other luxury brand in a way. I feel like we've seen this, like the black and the gold, it feels a little Chanel, it feels a little like we've seen this before. I think it's gonna work. Like this type of packaging, I feel like it works for the ladies, for the people that buy this. I am not gonna be like jumping on this, I'm not gonna be picking this up, you know me, but it's an interesting line. Then Holo Taco is actually coming out. It has come out with the Dark Academia collection, and I love Holo Taco. I always wear Holo Taco nail polish. This nail polish is actually one of the thermal ones. It isn't very like thermaling right now, but it is such a cool nail polish. It's already sold out. I'm not even sure of the name right now, but it's a very cool nail polish. But this collection is very moody, it's a very autumn, it's a very kind of like Harry Potter coated. A little like vampire, a little bit of those things all together. So when I first saw this, I was like, okay, that's cool. I already knew that this was coming for a while. Like, I'm on the Holotaco Discord lurking about, seeing what the new releases will be. I am a very lurky detective. But I was thinking, I don't know if this is gonna be too deep for me, but I did end up ordering 4 shades. I ordered this together with my sister, so we got free shipping. This is our thing. Like Holotaco does free shipping above $100, so that's pretty good. So I actually got the Off-White. I think that's gonna be such a good shade to have under toppers, especially because I love light nail polish, and this is just not as stark white as not milky white, but it just can give that like blank slate effect under a topper. Then there's this warm gray shade that I'm very excited about. I love warm grays and very cool toned like taupey beiges. That's really up my alley. Can't wait to try that. And then I also got the let's see, Inkwell, which is a blackened sepia bronze micro shimmer formula. I think this is going to be very cool with toppers as well. I saw the launch cream by Simply, and with the toppers that was just amazing. And then there was also Secret Society that I bought, which is a gray jelly base with gold bronze micro shimmer and scattered hollow. So that is kind of like that antique gold looking, like gray to antique gold. I love wearing very autumnal polishes in the fall or in the autumn. This is a little early for me. It's still warm. I'm still feeling like the late summer vibes, but once this gets to me, I'm gonna be pretty excited to play with this. We also have an O.P.I X Wicked collab with 12 nail polishes. I think this looks like pretty cute, but the price of O.P.I nowadays, I saw them in store and I was just like, no, I will buy Holotaco. So I think it is cute, but I definitely don't need this. Then we have some new Lisa Eldridge makeup. We have a fawn eyeshadow palette that's gonna be £49, a liquid silk eyeshadow in 5 new shades. That cool mauve gray does look really nice, but I don't need it for this price. It's £26. Yeah, that Ione cool mauve gray, beautiful, love it. I love kind of like a lilac-y grayish tones. The palette looks beautiful. I don't need this. I don't need to buy this, but there's something pretty here. Then we have from Trinity London the Just Joyous lipstick. The lipstick that loves you back. And this is a buildable color, intense moisture, glossy sheen. And something about this kind of interested me, but I have never heard of this brand. I honestly wouldn't know what kind of brand this is, where you would buy it. Like, I have no clue. There also isn't the price here. Oh, $34. Trinity London, $34. I don't know, it looked kind of interesting. Maybe with that yellow. Probably not gonna pick that up, but I found it interesting enough to mention it here. Then, okay, some Bobbi Brown. There's so much Bobbi Brown coming out each week. I don't know how to do it. Like, I never realized before, but there's so much new Bobbi Brown each week. I just wanted to say about this holiday collection that I thought that the eyeshadow palette looked really nice. If this were another brand, I would probably pick that up. I would probably be like, that is beautiful, I want that in my life. I don't know if it says the price here. I don't see the price, but that palette is really my type of palette. Like the neutrals, but also some cool tones, a pop of lilac. I like it. I'm not gonna buy it though. And then Ravie Beauty has sneak peeked a launch is coming. They still are not shipping outside of the US, if I'm not mistaken. In the comments, I see people asking for that, and that still hasn't changed. People are also saying that it's probably a blush. There have been some sneak peeks. It's gonna be a blush. I am just waiting here. I'm just sitting here waiting. Well, sounds a little dramatic. Like, my life doesn't evolve around Ravie Beauty shipping to me, but I'm kind of like, I will see about this brand once they actually start shipping to me. With these brands, I'm kind of like, Saint Beauty shipped to like a lot of countries right away. And then there are these types of brands that are like, we're working on it. Are you really trying? That's what I'm wondering. Is it really that difficult? Do they have other issues? I have no idea. I have no idea. I am not in the know when it comes to this, but I kind of feel like if you wanted to, wouldn't you have done it? Like, why is it starting out this way? I'm just kind of bummed out sometimes by these brands that only ship to the US. Like, there are a lot of brands like this. Then Nars is coming out with a holiday release, of course. I said I was gonna talk less about luxury makeup, but apparently I'm failing. I did filter out a few, okay? If you thought we were talking about any, I did filter out a few. But it's just, it's that time of year. Like, all of the luxury brands are bombarding us with holiday collections. So this is Nars Holiday 2024. We have the explicit lipstick in 2 limited edition colors. Gold Rush eyeshadow palette. Gold Dust light reflecting setting powder. Limited edition blushes in Sex Appeal and Impassioned. A light reflecting cheek and eye palette. Let's see. Is there anything here that I find really interesting? I don't think so. Like, this is cute, but I'm not gonna pay Nars prices. I am also sure that I'm gonna buy from like the Kiko holiday collection, from the Catrice, from the Essence. So I already know that that is gonna be coming into my life. Do I need to buy this as well for the price that it is? No. Then we have a new Urban Decay Moondust Space Cowboy Glitter Eyeshadow Quad. I was a little confused when I saw this because I thought, didn't we just see a Space Cowboy palette and now there's another Space Cowboy palette? This does seem like a pretty practical packaging. I quite like the colors in here. It looks kind of fresh, but I'm kind of confused at what is happening. Why are there so many Space Cowboy eyeshadow palettes? Can we do something else? Can we spread it out a little bit more? Like, why are they being released back to back? I really don't know. This is coming soon. Well, it's already available now, I think. Today. Moira is also coming out with some Lip Appeal Plumping lip liners. Moira is the kind of brand I will wait for it to come to Boozyshop, and then if I order something, I might throw one of them in just to see what it's about, just to maybe get free shipping, I don't know. But I am not gonna like really try to be the first, try to be like the one who reports on Moira, but I will like dabble into the brand. Definitely. Oh, by the way, Cosmic Brushes has just sneak peeked the palette like 11 minutes ago. I've been talking for 20 minutes. 11 minutes ago this was posted. I'm glad that I checked it. Okay, this looks exactly like what I was thinking. I see some warmth, I see some greens. But something about this kind of, does look good. I still don't know if I should buy it. It's also like, it's gonna launch the 13th. 6 p.m. UK time. She's waiting to confirm because the stock is currently waiting release from UK customs. I don't know. It depends on the price. It depends on the other shades. Like, are there gonna be enough like complementing shades? Like, that go together with these murky greens? Can they do something still pretty fresh with it? I feel like, for example, the Lunar Beauty Moonshroom palette was kind of murky, but still worked well for me. So it kind of depends. Because, for example, Vegetation and Herbarium look quite fresh and minty, and I do like fresh and minty. And then you can maybe use one of the darker greens. It's kind of like the shadow liner. So I'll have to see. Very excited though that we're already seeing some sneak peeks. I'm really excited to see what this palette will look like. I think the next new makeup update, or new makeup updates, the next buy or skip video, I'm gonna be able to talk about the actual inside of the palette. Then I just saw that BH Cosmetics is releasing a palette, or has released a palette in Germany. It is called the Heatwave palette, and I really don't know what to think of this. Like, what is happening? Why has nobody announced this? Why is nobody talking about this? Why is this suddenly being dropped? Well, German brands have a habit of doing that. Like, all of a sudden, all of the new Essence from the Essence update is somewhere on a random website. It happens. Like, they're trying to announce it in an official way, but everybody already knows. It's like floating around the internet. So this is a palette with a lot of bright colors. Blue, pink, purple. It's kind of like a rainbow palette with a twist. Honestly, if I could buy this, I probably wouldn't. I see so many colors in here that I wouldn't want to wear, but I am very interested to see where BH Cosmetics is going. Like, I thought they died. I thought the end of the brand was already upon us, like was already here, was already happening, but we have another palette. I'm confused. I am definitely confused, but if I see a video, I will watch it. And then we have lastly, but definitely not leastly, I think this might be the most interesting collection we have to talk about in this video. We have some sneak peeks from the new Essence in the Bloom Light collection. So we just had the whole phase with the Essence and Catrice update for fall winter 2024, and it has been really quiet when it comes to the collections, the limited editions. Like at the start and the middle of the summer, there were so many collections being thrown at us, like multiple collections a month for Essence and Catrice. I was like shocked at how fast it was going, but it's been a while. It has been a while. And let's see, like, I don't know if everything is already like being shown here. Okay, so we have the Essence in the Bloom Light blush lighter, and this seems to be a gradient blush lighter. It's gonna be probably pretty glowy, just a powder blush lighter. It goes from mauve to a peachy golden shade. This one looks really nice. I think it's a little like interesting that we're getting another Bloom collection and then another Bloom collection in the fall. Like, it seems a little like strange, but I'm guessing it's still gonna sell well. I'm guessing like that isn't an issue for them and for the people buying. I mean, it feels a little moody. It's like moody blooms. And then we also have a eyeliner. I don't have a lot of information here. It's a matte eyeliner, but I don't really see the color here. But it almost think that it is like pink or purple. It doesn't, like the tip doesn't look black. I don't know what to think of that. Then we have a satin lipstick. This is a very moody dark brown shade. This is not a shade that I would really wear, I think, but I'm gonna pick this up because it looks super cool. The embossing, the packaging looks stunning. I mean, the whole vibe of this collection is really beautiful. And then we also have a shiny lip gloss, which seems to be a gradient from kind of like a brown to a peach. Stunning packaging once again. I do think that what we are seeing here... Oh wait, we also have some nail stickers. So these nail stickers actually look really beautiful. I've never tried nail stickers in my life. These almost make me want to do that, but I don't think I want to go through the hassle. But this looks amazing. So I feel like the vibes of this whole collection, I don't know if there's more. Like, we've seen some sneak peeks. I don't know if there's more, like different colors, things like that. But I like the like dark bloom vibes. It's like fall blooms. So I'm kind of getting it. I'm getting it for this time of year. I'm very excited to pick this up, very excited to try another Essence collection. I'm gonna buy the lipstick, I'm gonna buy the gloss, and I'm gonna buy the blush lighter. The eyeliner, it really depends on what kind of shade it is. I'm kind of thinking we're still missing something from this collection, but we're gonna see. It's gonna launch on the 23rd of September. And that's gonna be it for today's buy or skip video. I'm very excited to see what the Cosmic Brushes palette will look like. Very excited to try the Essence collection, even though it's a little bit of a wait, like a few weeks, and then I'll be able to buy that. Nothing super huge this week, but I am fine keeping my money in my pocket for a little bit for when I go to Sephora, for when I go to Prague and I'm like living it up on vacation. Alright, that's gonna be it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!